Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Duck Duck Bros podcast. I'm your boy, Master Damie,
This is Robbie Ray.
and today we're going to cover two movies that are coming out shortly. The first one coming out this Friday, uh, Uncharted, based on a video game released by Sony and PlayStation. Um,
Great game.
great game. We both played the game.
All
Um,
four.
all four, yeah, great series. Um, I mean,
Nathan Drake's one of my favorite
oh,
characters.
definitely. I love. I mean, it's before we can get into the movie. As someone who got their degree in history and just loves like
Oh,
that
that's right.
history, like just the history base of the game got me. Like I was just, I remember like just I remember I think I beat the first three games within a span of like a week and a half. Like
Oh, it's so.
I was just like locked in. I remember like going to like Redbox and just like like renting the games. Just like I'm like, oh, I gotta beat it before.
Dating
Like I had
ourselves.
to return it, huh?
So we're dating ourselves a little bit.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
when the game came out, Redbox, man.
yeah, and I'm just like, dude, like I gotta beat this. I gotta beat this. Like I was so hooked. Like I heard of the Uncharted games, but like I start like and when I started playing them, and I was just like, dude, like I gotta beat these games. Like I gotta know what happens. Like it was just I was just that like committed to just beating it and knowing the story and like and when the fourth one came out, I was like, oh, perfect. Like it's on PS4. It's
Yeah. I think
perfect.
I think you're the one that got me into Uncharted. So, I'm more of a God of War guy
Oh yeah.
myself. Just the
Oh yeah.
mythology and
Yep.
everything like that. That was my favorite. I played all of them. But I mean, this would have to be my probably my second,
Yeah.
favorite character and favorite, this story mode game
Hmm.
ever. It's I think it's and when it came out, um, the time frame that it came out and the time that it came, like you know, other games, they were not like this.
Definitely not.
You know, it was crazy to see kind of just like the scenery, obviously the graphics, and then this the gameplay, the parkour that was into it and
Yep.
everything like that. You know, the only one I think really did that as well was Assassin's Creed, but I think for whatever reason I've always thought that this was always done a little bit better.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it was just because um it was more kind of, I don't know if it was just more kind of like free,
Yeah.
or I think Assassin's Creed you were kind of limited on things that you're able to do.
And
Um,
I also feel you know that Assassin's Creed, you know, great game, great series, but you felt like it's kind of like a Call of Duty. Like they're kind of just releasing game year
mhm.
after year. So with Uncharted, it was just like, all right, here's the first one. And then you're like, all right, when's the second one coming? Oh, we got the second one. All right, here's the second one. Oh, when's the third one coming? Oh, here's the third one, and then the fourth one, and now you have they have a fifth one now, which is not based on Nathan Drake, who,
It's the two girls,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but still, you as a fan of Uncharted, you're kind of just like you want the next piece of the puzzle. As far
Hmm.
as Assassin's Creed, the puzzles don't really connect. So it's kind of
Right.
like you can just jump into a game. Really, it feels like feel like you didn't miss anything from the first whatever wherever you start. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. And not only that, but I think like you said, Assassin's Creed is kind of more like you said, Call of Duty. There, I feel like they were like, hey, this works. Let's get out there, and starts getting a little repetitive.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't think until I think that when they made Assassin's Creed the Odyssey, and then also with Valhalla,
yeah.
like uh, it was kind of like this like um how would you say it, just copy paste for a lot
Hmm.
of them,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. Um, And then it's for a little bit like with Odyssey and Valhalla, it still kind of is. You got the boats, you could all that stuff, right? So, with this, I felt like, yeah, it was as far as gameplay wise, it was copy and paste, but story wise and scenery and all this other stuff, like they did such a great
Yeah,
job
the story is
with
what
the
got me.
story.
I feel like
Right.
that's the story is what got me, and the
Mhm.
gameplay was great. Like it was, it's what you wanted, you know. So
Right.
as a story guy, loves stories, and especially when it comes to video games, I mean, the story, you know, it could kind of completes it. But
Right.
now we got our little video game spiel in. The movie Uncharted, when it first was announced,
We had this conversation.
what were your thoughts?
I think we both had the same thoughts, and we kind of looked at each other. We're like, um, Tom Holland,
Yeah, well,
you
that's
know.
yeah, 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 yeah,
So right, and then initially I thought that Mark Wahlberg was going to be Sam,
yeah,
right? Which I was like, okay, well, that kind of makes a little bit of sense. Like he's the older brother, right?
yeah,
And then, for the people that haven't played the game, Mark Wahlberg is playing Sully, which is throughout the whole story, all the games, is older gentleman,
yeah,
very like raspy voice, very old school, kind of like aggressive voice,
yeah,
super blunt, you know, hilarious character,
yeah,
but older gentleman. Like you don't see him without any gray hair really,
yeah.
except for when like I don't think ever, unless like
Maybe on like maybe I think when they go back in time on
back
his
in
the
time,
little origin.
right? When I think when you're escaping from the prison,
Yeah, something. Yeah,
right?
possibly. Yeah,
Something like that. You know, so it was kind of mixed. I was like, I don't, unless they're doing something like we haven't seen.
hmm
They are going off the video games. They're kind of going off of pre Uncharted as we know it,
yeah,
which that kind of got me excited. I was like, okay, well, we're gonna kind of see a little different side, like maybe how they met, you know, and that's gonna be because we see a little bit. I think it's been a while since I played the games. Um, but you don't really get like a full kind of origin story. I would say I think the fourth one is probably when we do.
yeah,
uh, but you know uh to see it on the big screen, I think it's always exciting to kind of see something that you've been a fan of for years now, decades,
yeah,
going back to like when we were first playing it. Um, so a lot of mixed feelings, a lot of like not really sure where they're taking it, not really sure if they casted it correctly. I would say Mark Wahlberg as Sully is probably pretty good casting there. I could see Mark Wahlberg playing a young Sully,
yeah,
but um, when I think Nathan Drake, I don't think of Tom Holland, even young Nathan Drake.
yeah,
So it's a little. I want to see how he, because I the thing that bothers me and the thing I'm scared of is I feel like I'm just gonna see Spider-Man without the suit,
yeah,
and I don't want to see that.
yeah. Definitely. I mean, I am a fan of Tom Holland.
But me too.
I Spider Man. I, you know, um, but I do have that same not so much fear, but like worry that I mean that I won't be able to like you said, like is it just Spider Man without the suit? But after watching the trailer, after it kind of he's starting to give me that Nathan Drake vibe, just from watching the
Really?
trailer. Yeah, I watched the trailer before we hopped in here, and I'm just like, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I hope I'm wrong because I know I mean, I want this. I want the movie to be great. I want to go. I want to watch it. I want to see it and just be like, man, like that was a great movie. The characters portrayed what I thought it was gonna be. Um, and I mean, just the basis of it. I mean, even if you don't, I mean, the good part. I think the best part about this movie is that I feel like you don't have to be a fan of the video game or to play the game to like enjoy this movie. But I feel like us as people who played the games and kind of have these expectations of these characters, you know, are gonna
Mhm.
we're gonna be a little bit more picky or a little bit more critical of what we expect out of the movie, which I'm hoping the people who created and produced and directed this movie kind of have that same you know intention for the fans of Uncharted to give us obviously the what the video game gave us and put it into a live action movie
Mhm.
with still welcoming new people and new
Mhm.
fans just going to just I mean there's people probably gonna just go watch the movie. Oh, it looks like a great movie. See the trailer on Super Bowl Sunday and be like, yeah, yeah, it looks like a great movie. Like, I'm gonna go check that out. Not knowing that it stemmed from a video game. You know.
Right. And I think that is a great example, right? Because I feel like, especially with, Marvel movies and everything like that, you got the MCU people, right,
Yeah.
that don't really read comics or anything like that. Then you have the comic people that, you know, um, are to me, I feel like are a little more, um, I wouldn't say like they like hate like they don't hate the movies, but they are for sure like with the creek they are a very harsher critique
Yeah.
than just like the casual viewer,
Yeah.
right? And so I think here you're gonna kind of fall into that, and I think um I'm not gonna say you know Sony hasn't been done a great job in the
Yeah.
past, but you know I'm just gonna say, hopefully they learned some of their mistakes that
Mm.
they've have done. Venom, I think they've been doing a great job, and you know, so hopefully this is another one. Um, but I think you're gonna find that all the time, right? You're gonna find the people that, hey, oh, this was a video game. And you're gonna have those diehard video game people that played every game, played it twice, played it three times. I know I have. So when it goes into it, I'm like really hesitant, and
Yeah.
you know, um, but you know what? Let's play a little game. All right. If not Tom Holland, right? Which we got Tom Holland, but who do you see playing a good Nathan Drake? Right. I'm not saying that Tom Holland can't get it done because
Oh,
obviously I think
I'm
he's a
rooting
tremendous.
for him. I'm rooting for him to be
I love
more
Tom
than just
Holland.
Spider Man. Just to be
Yeah.
more than just Spider Man. You know.
Yeah. I don't want him to put him into the box. I want to
Yeah.
see him thrive in
Of
everything that he
course.
does. I think he's a great person, and I really love that his energy, and I hope that he's able to kind of intertwine his energy into a Nathan Drake. So, but um, I think for the biggest thing for me is I just don't think he has like the face, and I think you know what I mean by that is like he doesn't have like it. Nathan Drake was like 5 o'clock shadow,
Yeah.
super like he has American features, like he was um, just really really like um I get it sounds bad, but like manly, I guess you could say. Where like I think Tom Holland's a little more pretty.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense,
I
but
get.
that's where
It's.
I
I
watch
wouldn't
it.
say. I think you're going for like not so much. I don't think you're trying to say pretty. I think you're trying to say that he's more on the side of like the like younger, like clean shave, like baby face kind of like persona.
Right.
Right. I get what you're saying. I don't know. It's kind of hard because there's not many young actors where I can feel like all right, you know.
Mhm.
This guy. So like as far as that, I can't really think of anybody. Obviously, I feel like maybe uh, he's way too old to be Nathan Drake now, but maybe like Tom Cruise. If you a young Tom Cruise,
I can see that.
you know.
I have a couple.
But as far as younger actors, like when I think of young male actors, I like Tom
Well,
Holland.
maybe not. Like how young are we talking about? Like how
Just
are we?
like I mean, just guys that look young. Because I feel like
Okay.
if Tom Holland had the 5 o'clock and he had that, like he would be the guy. He would be perfect. You know,
Okay.
but that I don't know. Let's see. Let's see your list or what your whatever. How many guys you
Um,
have?
I have like two or three.
Okay.
Nothing too crazy.
All right.
Um, I have one of the Hemsworth brothers,
Hemsworth, not
Liam.
Chris. Liam. Let me, let me look up
Uh,
the.
he's the one that was on um Hunger Games, correct? Am I
Okay. Okay.
right?
I see that. Okay.
He's a younger guy, a little bit more. I feel has some facial hair. Could play that role pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Similar facial features, I would say.
Okay.
Um, I also have oh, what's his name? Oh, why am I Jesus. Hold on. I'm blanking on his name now. Man, Jensen Ackles.
Jensen.
Jensen Ackles. He was
Jen.
on Supernatural. He's a little bit older now, but um,
Okay. I see it. I see it.
yeah. Um, and then I would say my last one would probably be I mean, a lot of them are older though, so that's the thing.
Yeah. That's
You know,
that's my that's my thing. Is like these. There's a lot of actors that maybe you feel like yeah they have that,
but
but
like, cause even Jensen Ackles he's older.
yeah,
You know, I would say Ryan Reynolds would be a pretty good one too, because I feel like he has that demeanor.
yeah,
Because Nathan Drake was pretty like sarcastic, pretty witty,
yeah,
like talked a lot of shit. But yet again, like he's older as well.
mm,
Not super old, but older,
yeah.
and I'm assuming that um
They're
they
going
want
for the
going for longevity here.
yeah. At
So
least a couple
I
movies, where
exactly. So
yeah.
I yeah, I mean I think
As far as young actors, I feel like they hit it
yeah,
because there's not
I
many very young actors as Tom
yeah,
Holland
the only
and all
thing I
that.
would say is maybe get another up and coming guy that we don't maybe know about, right? But yet again, this can be a huge,
This is your
huge,
one shot at it, and you don't
yeah,
want to just take that risk. I mean,
right,
if anything, you're playing it safe with Tom Holland, knowing how great of an actor he is.
right. And then not only that, but just that he's gonna get people in the door,
Oh, of course,
let alone, you know.
yeah.
So,
How many Marvel
um,
fans do you think seen the trailer and were just like, ah, man, I never played Uncharted, but I'm gonna go watch the movie because Tom Holland.
yeah, I mean, how
Maybe they're a
many,
fan of Zendaya. Support, support
right?
the lovely man.
Mm-hmm. But I say let's go through the whole cast. I would say, you know, what do you think?
The
I
Uncharted
mean, I
cast.
Uncharted cast. I feel like, I mean, if you if you play the game, and you know most who these people are. I would say they did a pretty good damn
Oh
job
yeah,
of it.
they did great. Yeah, they
Yeah.
did great. I'm honestly, I I'm going in excited.
Me too.
I'm excited. Even though I feel like Tom Holland is a little. I mean, it's just like you said, just it's just the features
It's the
that
features.
you connect to Nathan Drake. I mean, but
I feel
even
like
other
when
than
he gets
that,
older,
yeah,
he'll
yeah. I
five
mean, he's
o'clock
young.
will
He's a young lad.
you know.
Young lad from
So
England. He's 25.
he'll get there.
Yeah,
You know. Um, but yeah, I mean, Mark Wahlberg as Sully, I think is perfect. Sophia Taylor Ali, I think as Chloe is fantastic.
yeah,
Um, and for the most part, I think that's it, right? As far as like people that are from the actual
like the
game
actual
world,
um,
based off the characters in the
yeah,
game.
like the main characters at least. Yeah, I feel like they hit. I feel like they hit it, man. I mean,
Hmm.
it's just the one thing, like you said, that we are kind of afraid of is just are we gonna be able to differentiate Tom Holland as Spider Man?
And then Nathan Drake.
Yeah,
That's the biggest thing for me.
yeah,
All right. And then obviously, I think the next thing is what game is this based off of?
yeah.
Right. And
We did a little
we
bit of
researched
research.
that. And we obviously, I think everybody has seen the trailer for the most part and the iconic airplane and, falling out, climbing back up. That iconic scene from the game is in the movie,
Yeah,
right? And I feel like they're going to kind of do that a little bit as far as, pick and choose which ones they want to kind of get from the games and put into one. But you said that it was based off of the fourth one,
yeah. That's what Tom
which
Holland said.
right, so which for some people can be a little confusing.
Yeah, if you, I feel like it's gonna be kind of confusing as a
First time played the game,
for those that played the game, possibly.
right?
But for
Because
somebody that's just freshly going into this with no
this
idea,
would be perfect,
yeah, perfect.
right? The biggest thing for me is Chloe being there,
Yeah, I mean,
and
they
then
do say it's
obviously,
kind of like an origin story for Nathan Drake. So in that sense, I'm giving the benefit of doubt of that. That's why
okay,
maybe they went with the younger route with Tom Holland and even Mark Wahlberg.
right.
You
I
know,
mean, it does seem like they're going to be doing multiple movies,
yeah, that's what it feels like.
at least three, I
Yeah,
would say,
yeah,
if not more.
yeah.
Who knows? I mean, there's multiple games.
There's multiple routes
Um,
that they can go with this too.
right, for sure.
Yeah,
They could bring. I'm assuming Antonio Banderas is the bad guy.
yeah. Seems like it
They
from the
could bring him
trailers.
back. Yeah, they could do a whole bunch of
Yeah,
things.
it's just you can do it.
Multiple love interests, obviously,
Yeah,
because there were some in
mm-hmm.
the games.
Yeah,
So it's there's a lot that they can do with it.
there's a very much they can do with all this stuff, and kind of, you know, I feel like it would be somewhat kind of boring if you kind of just base the games
Like, oh, first
on
would be game one.
like copy paste, boom,
Yeah,
like copy paste two, like, and just
yeah,
like made it like that because then you kind of like, oh yeah, I kind of know what's happening, what to expect, So
right.
in that
Well,
sense,
for
I'm
sure you can't do that.
yeah.
Uh,
In that sense, I'm kind of it makes me a little bit more excited because it's going to be something fresh and new in a way.
right. So, and I think it's a great idea to. So, all right, the more that we talk about it, the better I'm kind of feeling about it because I'm
I'm
going back,
telling you,
right?
it's Tom Holland, man. It's Tom Holland.
I get it. The more I go kind of talk about it, the more it's kind of like the games are coming back to me.
Yeah.
And when you say origin story, right? If you played the games, one, two, three, right? And you never really see young Drake. You never really
Mm-mm.
see how Sully met and anything like
Yeah.
that. And
You
then
get that from the
obviously,
fourth game.
right. And then obviously, fourth game, you are first introduced to Sam,
Yeah.
right? Which was weird. Like,
Because and in the trailer, it kind of sounds like he's
they're trying to find him.
like trying to find him or he's dead. Because I remember, if I'm not mistaken, in the trailer, I
They
heard him
mentioned Sam.
saying like, "Oh, my brother Sam," kind of like saying like, "Oh, he's gone,"
Hmm.
So
Right. So. which in the fourth one, that's how it happened. Like he
Yeah.
thought Sam died, and then it so happened that hey, Sam, like
Hey there, brother. Yeah. Uh-huh.
hey there, and so we get kind of confused, right? Because like when.
Yeah.
Wow. So when did you have a brother, dude? Like
Yeah.
we've known you for three whole games. You're first telling us now, and now we can't trust you. Um, you know. So I think the more I think about it, we get introduced to younger Drake, uh, in the fourth game. How him and Sully kind of get introduced fourth
hmm
game, introduced to Sam in the fourth game, and which it kind of seems like that's going to be the whole premise of this movie
hmm
is we're going to
Yep.
see young Nathan Drake, him and Sully are in the meet, and they introduce his brother,
Yep.
whether he's dead or whether he's alive. Maybe that's a spoiler for some people.
Or yeah. And
Who
sorry,
knows?
sorry.
Very well.
Or maybe you'll see it in the movie, and it's just like a hey, like,
Yeah.
is he dead or alive in this movie?
Yep.
Are they?
And then
Or maybe they find him in another movie in the future.
right, three-fourths in, maybe he pops up.
Who knows? We'll see.
You know what? It happened to us. Deal with it.
We thought he was a guy. Like, we wouldn't even know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, no, I'm feeling better. I think I kind of need this pod to kind of feel good because I'm probably gonna try to watch it Friday. Um,
Yeah. Definitely. I want to try to watch it as
um,
soon as I can. It's gonna be great.
yeah,
It's gonna
definitely.
be amazing.
Pretty excited.
I'm
I'm pretty
excited.
excited. I'm not gonna lie.
And it, I, I'm so excited. I want to play the game right now. I,
I might.
I might play the game right now before. I might play all of them before I go watch the movie. That's how excited I am. It's a lot of hours.
It's a lot. That's no, you can't do that, dude. I'll be scared for you. You got sleep.
Sleep is for the weak.
Okay.
Someone once told me.
Talking about sleep. Let's start talking about the man that doesn't sleep.
The man. All right. Let me tell you. All right. We didn't mention the second movie in the beginning of this podcast,
Now we are.
but now we
If
are.
give you a hint.
It's in the title, so you already know what we're going into. The Dark Knight, the fucking Gotham's very own
The
Batman,
the Batman.
the Batman, the Batman, Bruce Wayne himself. New Batman movie, new Batman character, new actor,
Hmm.
right? New kind of style, I guess. What's the word? I don't think style is the way I'm looking for, but the new kind of motive for Batman, like the huh?
Demeanor?
Like I guess
Maybe. It's not Playboy Batman.
it's
By
not.
all.
It's no. By no means, it's not Christian Bale, Playboy. Like
It's not
hot.
George Clooney.
Definitely not George Clooney. It's definitely
No,
not.
it's not Michael Keaton.
It's definitely not Ben Affleck.
No, definitely not Ben
Definitely
Affleck.
not Ben Affleck. Batman.
Definitely not.
It's. I mean,
Definitely not Mayor West.
oh, no. But we.
Sorry, I had to
I
throw it.
All right. As you can see in the background, I'm a big Ninja Turtle guy. But after
Oh,
the Ninja Turtles, it's Batman for me.
yet again, games that we love.
Another game that the Arkham series, hands down my favorite game series, video game to play. You know,
So huge Batman fans. Huge
huge,
Batman.
huge.
Um,
I the, People probably watch the trailer and seen this dark side of Batman, and just like I'm probably like, oh man, like this eerie, like bloody, like oh, this is not the Batman I know. But when I saw that thing, I was just like, oh, I was like, oh man, I was like, dude, this is the side of Batman that I've been waiting for someone to bring. Like, I don't know, a Robert Pattinson,
I think
and
perfect man for the job, to be honest.
oh,
I mean, I feel like a lot of people kind of see him as Edward. you
From
know.
Twilight, yeah.
Yeah, and they don't really, as an actor, he plays dark, mysterious very well,
And that's
and like
exactly how
borderline,
they're.
borderline creepy,
Yep.
borderline, yeah, perfect.
And I feel
Hit it on the head,
that's exactly how I feel. And
you
just
know.
watching the trailers, I'm just like, dude, well, what is like who's gonna come out? What am I? It seems like the movie's based around the Riddler.
I have a cast.
Yeah,
I don't know if
it's
you want to hear it.
I do want to hear it because, but I feel like it's based around the Riddler. It seems like what the trailer is, but you do get a glimpse of the Penguin in there.
Hmm.
Um, obviously,
Which,
recently they released with Catwoman,
hmm,
like where they confirm even the
right.
posters, the poster that they're releasing now have Batman and Catwoman.
Mhm.
Seems like they're kind of teaming up in a way.
Dude, which I love. I
I
love
love,
when
yeah,
you have a solid Catwoman and a solid Batman.
yeah,
You
definitely,
know, I go back to Gotham,
yep.
and I love that dynamic. Perfect, and I kind of figured
Young
the
Bruce
feeling.
Wayne and young
Yep.
Selena Kyle. Yep,
I'm getting that vibe right here.
yep,
So let me just read this off for you. Obviously we got Robert Pattinson as Batman,
yes, sir.
Zoe Kravitz, which I for Selena Kyle for Catwoman. I love it.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
mean,
I agree.
I love it. I think she seems on the trailer like she is gonna kill it.
Oh, definitely,
So
especially
I love it. Um, yeah, this plain and simple. I love it. Paul Dano as the Riddler,
okay.
which a lot of people didn't like the get up for the Riddler. The glasses, the like trench coat thing, the all that stuff. I feel like they wanted kind of Jim Carrey's Riddler, which wouldn't have worked well for this type of movie.
Mm-mm, definitely not.
So I feel like, um, yeah, this I think makeup, I think costume design, everything is on point for this one. I mean, I think for the first time we saw Batman or Bruce Wayne with the eye makeup. We haven't really seen that ever for Batman. So I think they're doing a really really good job when it comes to casting, when it comes to makeup and bringing us a darker Batman. Colin Farrell as a Penguin, I feel like he's gonna kill. Jeffrey Wright, James Gordon, Andy Serkis as Alfred Pennyworth. I feel like that's spot on.
Oh, dude.
Bro, I saw that. That's
Oh,
spot on, bro.
yeah,
Oh
I
my
agree.
god, I love
I
it.
agree.
I love it. Barry Cohen, right? Officer Stanley. Um,
Is that Carmine? I see.
Carmine, John Turturro. I think that's a solid as well.
Mr. Falcone.
Um,
Yeah, I remember from the Gotham series.
yep.
Yeah, kind of gives me the
Um,
same vibes.
so I think that's pretty much it. We got lead detective, Gotham City cop, press woman. We have thug. Um, so, so I think with those people, I'm excited for this movie. We got some big names, we got some pretty solid casting.
Yeah,
I really enjoy the idea of Colin Farrell as the Penguin. I think it goes away from both, original kind of Penguin that we're used to, right? Like, was it Danny DeVito?
yeah.
Right? I played, yeah, did never like that one. That one always creeped me out. It was so weird. Hated it. And then obviously like different from the video game Penguin, right?
Yeah,
More Gotham Penguin, I would say.
yeah, definitely. Yeah,
So I
and
think
I feel like that Gotham Penguin is probably my favorite Penguin, personally.
for sure.
For sure,
Yeah,
I feel
I
like he
would say
played that
so.
perfectly. I feel
Yeah.
that's my favorite Penguin.
So
Yeah,
I mean, I think altogether, I think they're going with a darker cast.
yeah,
I I saw that Matthew McConaughey was in here. It doesn't say what he is. So I'm assuming that he's gonna be someone big.
I feel like he might be Two Face.
I could see him playing a pretty solid Two Face.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like if we, if we're gonna get some McConaughey, I feel like he would be that.
Two Face. I don't.
Maybe Mr. Freeze vibes.
I could see him as Black Mask,
Mm. Okay.
right?
Maybe.
Black Mask kind of because like he was always kind of like that, had that, like that kind of demeanor of
Yeah.
like just kind of real like chill, relaxed, but like was badass.
Uh huh.
Um, and then always wearing a suit. I feel like that's just like McConaughey style. Always looking good.
You
You
think we
know.
get any Robin action?
So okay, so are we good with talking about Batman right now?
What do you mean?
As far as like, well, not this. Like, we're gonna talk about the movie
Oh yeah, of
still,
course. Yeah,
but
anything
more
Batman,
like
bring it in
DC and
because
more
because
together.
because I'm looking at the cast right now, and I see
Hmm.
this I see somebody in here I've seen from another DC show who is played who is possibly going to be one of you know a Robin
Oh,
in another series that I'm
oh,
watching.
mm,
However,
I see what you're talking about.
however, the
I do
Batman
see
in that series is a lot older than Robert Pattinson's Batman
that.
from
Right.
that other series.
Oh,
That other series I'm
that's
speaking of is
interesting.
Titans.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the DC show Titans, based
which
on
is very dark as well.
yeah, very dark. But the Batman in there is a lot older,
Hmm.
and you have this kid here, Jay Lycurgo. Like I hope I said that right.
Yeah.
Young fella who in the Titans series is he is I'm drawing a blank. I'm drawing a blank. Um, bum, 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 bum.
Oh,
He plays.
oh, I didn't even realize this.
He plays
We got a
Tim Drake. There you go. Tim Drake. He plays Tim Drake in
we have
Titans.
a. I didn't, dude. I did not realize this. We have what's her Mar is
Margot
it
Robbie.
Margot?
Margot
Yeah.
Robbie. Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, is she gonna play something else in this, or she?
So this is what I was gonna get to. The DC
It's all over the
the
place.
DCEU is in shambles as we know
Yeah,
it,
of
right?
course.
They've said no Ben Affleck.
Bye.
They're not bringing what's his name? Um God, that fucking uh god of a man.
Superman.
Uh huh?
Superman.
Yes.
The guy that plays
Um
him.
yes.
Oh,
Why am I blanking on his name? He's the Witcher. I love him. Um Good God. Just tell me it. Tell me the name.
Henry.
Henry Cavill. Anyways, um, no more him, and basically they're starting off with the Flash now.
So basically, scratch all
Scrap the
that.
Snyder cut that we all loved and we were waiting years for.
So
Scratch all that.
scratch that.
It's all gone.
Scratch Wonder
And
Woman.
that's where they're unclear. I'm not sure, but
Scratch Aquaman.
that's where I'm not clear on. I don't know if they're
You
keeping those people, but they're starting over with Flash, and they're talking about bringing Batgirl, right?
Pattinson.
And then also doing um Michael Keaton as the old Batman, right? That's why they're gonna bring Batgirl in,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then obviously they have to do a new Batman, new Superman, and hopefully there's keeping Cyborg and Aquaman and then and all and Wonder Woman, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like this is kind of going to show us what's canon and what's not, right? Because we also had Phoenix playing the
Joker,
Joker,
but they also have,
Robert Pattinson playing Batman,
but
right?
the
Joker wasn't part of the DCEU.
but they
They
had
got
the
Leto. They got
yeah Leto.
Leto, right, playing Joker in Snyder Cut. But if they're throwing that out the window, does that bring Phoenix's Joker into the DCEU possibility?
Is that
Right?
mm-hmm.
And then with this, is this going to be a canon Batman for DCEU, or is this going to be Joker's another movie? This Batman's another movie, right? So is her being in the movie going to bring in Suicide Squad and then make that canon as well? And then maybe this is going to be the new Batman that they're moving forward with into a darker DCEU, right?
That's what I would think.
I mean, they
How,
have to. I don't know what they're thinking right now.
but where do you go with it is the question.
Me personally, I think the only way that they are going to compete with Marvel is by going dark.
But I feel like if you do that, you have to scratch everything and everyone because
Right.
people are just
But
gonna connect
maybe,
those
maybe,
movies to
maybe the
them.
Flash isn't the starting point. Maybe
Because,
this is the starting point,
because
and maybe the Joker was the starting point.
but then you still have these movies, right? Like Wonder Woman. If she's still gonna be Wonder Woman, you still have those movies where Batman Ben Affleck comes out, right?
Right.
Yeah,
But that's the thing, right? It's like if they wanted to restart, if they wanted to start over, now would be the time,
yeah.
right?
Now would be the
Because
time.
I mean, let's be
Even with
honest.
all those same characters, I don't know.
Let's be honest. Batman versus Superman was not good.
Uh,
I mean, the only ones that were really good was Wonder Woman.
the first
And,
woman was really good.
right, the second one not as good.
Yeah,
Right,
I heard
Aquaman
Aquaman was I heard was pretty decent.
was okay, and Aquaman 2, what was I mean, was supposed to be coming out,
Yeah, it hasn't came out yet.
right? But
You got the
I mean,
Flash that's coming out this year, right?
Cyborg never had a movie, so like
They ruined
there's
the
a
whole
lot of
thing.
right. So like you could arguably, and then like the Justice League movie was terrible. Then they had the Snyder cut which was a lot better, and I thought like that was gonna be the starting point, and that was gonna be a solid, like let's
Foundation.
start here and move forward, right? Forget everything in the past. Let's just move forward from Snyder cut on, right? And I feel like people can do that, right?
I get
So
you.
you're not too far, you're not too far on, you know, where
But
you can't restart, right? But my whole thing is like how are you gonna do it, right?
yeah, it's gonna be too complicated, too confusing, in my
Right,
opinion. In my opinion.
right.
So I
And
feel like you start off with this Batman movie if that's your goal, right? If you can even start from that Joker movie if you
that's
want
what
to,
I see. The
because
only
that
way that
was a
the
dark
only
movie.
way, right? The only way that I see it working, and if obviously like
Two different
they
universes, right?
boom, right? Because the whole time they're saying no, Joker's not part of the DCU, it's his own thing, right? If this Batman's not part of the DCU, it's his own thing, right? Then we could put this Joker and this Batman, both really really dark movies. Both hopefully are gonna work really really well. Put them into it, right? Suicide Squad, also fairly dark, right? I don't think they really said it if it was part of DCEU or not.
I mean, but it's the
Maybe
same. I mean, you get a little taste of Ben Affleck's Batman in Harley Quinn's story
right.
in the first
So
Suicide Squad, right? If I'm not mistaken.
right, but I mean maybe you take away the Suicide Squad and you just take the piece that works, which is Roby. She's a great Harley Quinn. Maybe you just pull her out of that
But
you
then you
know.
go off the second movie here
Hmm.
that's there where she comes out in,
Hmm.
and then they go and make this TV show Peacemaker with John Cena.
Hmm. and which is also pretty dark, cussing all the time. A lot more adult, right? And if this kid from Titans, which is also really really dark, right? If he ends up being who we think he is, we're just seeing a whole lot of dark DC right now.
I like it.
And maybe they're trying to change
I
it where
like
now
it,
they're mixing.
but
I love it,
I love it,
but
but
I don't know if that's what they're doing.
I feel like if they're going this dark route, it's got to start either from
That's a surf.
Joker or it
Hmm.
has to start from Batman, and all the characters that you bring in here got to be fresh new people.
Right.
Like as much as great as Margot Robbie is as Harley Quinn, I feel like she needs to be because
Then
then
who?
you have she has her own movie too.
Right, but I think I mean you're already scrapping the Batman. You're already scrapping
Scrap
Superman
Ben Affleck and you
and
scrap
Ben Affleck,
Superman
right?
and Henry Cavill. Oh, man,
Right.
that pissed
So
me off.
like it does piss me off, but it makes so much sense as
Yeah,
well that they would do that, you know? And I don't think it's that tough to kind of, yes, it could kind of be confusing at the time, but
super
once you get the
confusing.
ball rolling, I think it's gonna be solid.
I'm confused already.
I am confused, but it makes sense at the same time.
It does. It
I
does.
just DC has been terrible lately, and I need them to be good.
We all want them to be good.
Because I'm tired of just
And sick
watching Marvel movies and just being like, wow, I wish DC could do this.
for the sake of Batman and Superman,
Yeah,
which I feel are the two most iconic superheroes
ever.
outside of maybe even. I feel like you think top three superheroes ever. You think
Superman, Batman, Spider-Man.
Superman, Batman, Spider Man,
Hmm.
and I feel like you're seeing that Spider Man craze going
Yeah.
right now with Tom Holland, and that what Marvel is doing
I mean, not only
with
that, but
everything, because
you see, bro, to the point where like you got Thor, Iron Man beating the crap out of Superman and Batman right now.
yeah,
They're more iconic
hmm
now than the most iconic superheroes you could say ever.
yeah,
And it's
definitely,
insane.
yeah,
It's crazy,
yeah.
you
I
know?
I agree. I agree. But going back to the movie, Batman movie.
Sorry, that was my little rant I
Yeah,
had to get off
you
because
got it, man.
I want that
Yeah,
to
we
be the case.
it has to do with the movie. But back to the movie. Robert Pattinson. Do we see a little Joker action? Do we see Robin? Do you think that's something? I mean, there is like in the trailer. There's a funeral scene. What do you think? Do you think that's what gets to that dark spot of Batman?
Would it be?
Have you watched Titans all the way through?
Not entirely, but go ahead.
Well,
I'm
because
rolling.
okay, I'm sorry if I spoil anything, but
But it's probably something I already know because I like it's be by one of the Robins, right?
well, it's yeah,
Right.
right. So
Yeah, I get what you're going to.
so in Titans, right,
Hmm.
Batman he goes a little on the darker side,
Hmm.
right, because Joker kills
Right.
one of the Robins, right. Batman goes crazy. He ends up killing Joker. Whatever, right?
Hmm.
Not too big, right? But is that? Do you think that's what we're gonna see from this movie? Is that kind of that dark side of him just that
I don't know. I don't think the Titans is a whole different level
oh yeah,
of
I agree.
of yeah. So I don't think we'll ever see um
A Batman where he
Batman
kills. I
where he
mean, he's
kills.
even older. but I mean,
I don't think we were ever going to see that. I think um I really think that that's just not Batman, right? For me, you know, I think Batman is
Okay. Yeah.
he's a man of discipline,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Now
You
I
know,
seen the rating for the movie, so I don't think we'll get that dark. But who knows?
right?
PG-13. Who knows?
Yeah, no, I mean PG-13's changed a lot.
Yeah. 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 Yes.
you know, um, I mean, you had Thor freaking cutting Thanos' head off, so it's a lot different.
Yeah. We'll see.
But yeah, I feel like Batman's a man of discipline. In many other aspects, he's seen obviously, you know, Jason, get taken, obviously tortured and all that stuff, and then Batman still didn't kill Joker
Yeah.
and certain things, right? So I feel like that's not going to be something that we're going to see entirely. That's going to be like when I say canon, like obviously I feel like Titans is canon,
Yeah.
but when I say canon as far as um like DCEU canon, like mainstream canon, because Titans is kind of something else
Yeah.
entirely. Um, So, but I mean, we're definitely going to see him beat the crap out of people, that's for sure. But um, I would very much like to see what causes this
Dark side.
darkness and I'm not gonna say like emo, but it definitely gets to that point where it's super dark and super kind of you could tell that he's going through some shit. So
Yeah. Definitely. Um. So, where do you think this Batman will rank among all the other Batmans?
are we talking about movie wise, or are we
Movie
talking about
wise.
like Batman wise, like Robert Pattinson over Ben Affleck and Christian Bale wise, or just movie wise in general?
Like movie wise and Batman wise.
Okay, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be really tough. I would say nothing's gonna be Dark Knight. I don't think ever, and I don't think any Batman movie ever will ever be Dark Knight.
That's the greatest one. That's my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah. I think this will be probably be number two.
Number two.
I'm putting it that high. That's how that's how much
And
that's
and
I'm
so
going
it's
I'm
with you
going
saying that Christian Bale is number one as Batman as well.
no.
No, you don't think Christian Bale is number one Batman.
I think Robert Pattinson is going to be number one Batman.
Oh, but Christian Bale is your number one right as of now.
Yes.
Mm.
And I think Robert Pattinson is going to supersede.
Uh-huh.
This and this is just me because I enjoy the darker Batman.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how Batman's always kind of supposed to be. Um, and we've seen parts of it with Christian Bale. I think Christian Bale was a great Batman. I think he was a great Bruce Wayne. But I feel as far as the type of Bruce Wayne we're gonna get and the type of Batman we're gonna get, and the way I think Robert Pattinson is going to deliver, I
Mm-hmm.
think he's probably gonna be my favorite Batman.
Yeah. All right. That's a. I like that. I can see that. I can see. I agree. I feel like Dark Knight's a very hard movie to top, just because not only is it one the best Batman movie, but it's arguably one of the best movies
Of
of all
ever,
time. Yeah,
right? This, main character, joke,
yeah,
Heath Ledger, just chef's kiss,
yeah.
just amazing. So
So, but as far as like Christian Bale being the best Batman, and you're getting this new darker Robert Pattinson Batman. I can possibly see. Yeah, I who knows? Who knows? We'll see. We'll see March 4th. Definitely a movie I want to see
My God,
on release.
dude.
That's only a couple weeks away, man.
I know.
I'm
Uncharted,
excited.
Uncharted this week, a couple weeks, Batman, and then all the Marvel movies coming out, Star Wars come. Oh God, I don't
It's
have enough time.
it's exciting. Do we have enough money? Is the question.
I would. I mean, I would hope so we could buy a couple movie tickets.
Sneak in some snacks.
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean, all together. I mean,
yeah. It's
I'm
exciting
I'm
right now.
excited, dude.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
really
exciting.
excited.
With everything coming up, it's exciting. If you're a fan of all these like comics and video games, like
Hmm.
it should be a fun time for you movie watchers, especially
And yeah, I
when
think it's
movies opening back up and stuff.
no. I
Able to,
think that's the biggest thing I miss is like movie theaters,
yeah,
and being able to like watch it, go watch them, and
yeah,
so
yeah. Well, let us know what you guys think in the comments. Are you gonna watch these movies? Are you fans of these series? Are you gonna check them out just because you saw the trailer and they looked good? Maybe you're watching TV and saw the commercial for
people,
these. Super Bowl. Who knows what you. Um, Let us
if we
know,
convinced you,
and if we convinced you, let us know. Or if you're a fan already, let us know what you think about the Uncharted series. What do you expect out of the movie? And this Batman, if you're a fan of Batman, I feel like if you're a fan of superheroes, you know who Batman is. Um, Let us know if you're excited. Maybe you're not excited. Maybe you think it's gonna be a bust. You know, um, who knows? Let us know what you guys think. Other than that, adios.
thanks for listening.